Wow. Shit. Fucking crazy, bro. Yo. This is crazy. Matter of fact, let me switch the goddamn camera around to the side. I can help you.
So for me, he's making improvement with your type of genius. Usyk dominated the whole cruiserweight division, whereas some killers in that division. He dominated. He didn't beat him. He dominated. That tells you he's a hell of a fighter.
Here now, AJ, I believe, has a rematch clause. You know he's going to cash that check. But will we see the same scenario if they do fight again?
You think so? You think so? I mean, that was.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am shocked that this happened. He got outboxed, completely outboxed by Usyk. I don't see how he can recover. Usyk just, first of all, Usyk is 34 years old. Yeah, there's a rematch clause, and AJ is going to exercise his rematch clause. They just tweeting it right now. Yeah, I'm shocked. He got completely dominated by Usyk. Like, he would just, I didn't expect Usyk to do all that shit. I didn't expect Usyk to have that kind of movement for 12 rounds. I didn't expect that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't expect that. It was crazy, man. So yeah, I did not expect that whatsoever. That was very surprising to see. Yeah, so Wilder and Fury that's coming up. We'll never see it. We're never going to see them fight between AJ, Wilder, and Fury. That's never going to happen because Usyk is about to interview. Yeah, I'm shocked. I didn't expect that to happen at all. I'm very shocked. Very shocked by this. Very, very shocked.
The fight went exactly the way I expected it to go. There were a couple of moments when Anthony pushed me hard, but just nothing special. Did you feel that you were close to forcing the stoppage in the 12th and final round?
And now exercise rematch clause and head into the arena rematch. The fight went the way I expected it to go. There was a couple moments where
because my trainers, my corner,
just nothing special.
Pushed me not to do that. So at the beginning, I hit him hard and just tried to knock him out. But then my trainer said, just stop and do your job. I know that you never listen to them and you only listen to your team. But there were questions. Can Oleksandr Usyk be a heavyweight? Is he big enough to be a heavyweight? Is he good enough to be a heavyweight? Does that answer all
I'm shocked by
questions
this.
in your mind?
I'm shocked. I am shocked. I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm shocked. I'm not gonna lie. He got completely dominated by the smaller Usyk. So you got to give Usyk credit, man. Coming from cruiserweight, became an undisputed champion in cruiserweight. Did the same thing to Anthony Joshua in heavyweight. Give the man his props. Give the man his flowers. Usyk deserves all the credit in the world. Much respect. And his IQ was, I did not expect. I read Usyk off. I said he's too small. He doesn't have enough power. Clearly, he has the power. Clearly, he was able to disrupt Anthony Joshua. He was able to, and this loss is different than Ruiz. You know, because you got to think about it. The first loss against Ruiz, he was set to fight Gerald Miller, Gerald Big Baby Miller. So he was training for Big Baby Miller, right? And so he was training for one guy. Then you got a late replacement because Miller popped dirty. And so out of all these guys they were trying to select, they chose Andy Ruiz. And because the way that Andy Ruiz was built, he was big. He's a big motherfucker. But he likes to, you know, he's a big motherfucker with fast hands. Joshua did not change his way of training because he trained exactly how he was going to fight Miller, right? So he was thinking, okay, he's built like Miller, you know, even though he's got fast hands. He didn't expect him to have that kind of power, but his game plan was basically, I'm going to fight the same way I fought Miller as Ruiz, right? So, of course, we all know what happened with the first fight with Ruiz. AJ got stopped. Of course, they had an immediate rematch, and then AJ outboxed Ruiz. This is different, right? AJ knew what he was getting himself into with Usyk, right? Usyk coming from cruiserweight, the smaller guy coming from cruiserweight, the heavyweight, and AJ was expecting to basically bully and overpower Usyk in this fight. That did not work. It was, you know, Usyk is just basically he is an anomaly, right? He is an anomaly. You know, this guy's footwork and movement and pivoting and feints. I didn't expect him to do that for 12 rounds. I did not expect that. It was crazy. You know what I'm saying? Usyk, no, he did not overtake Canelo in pound for pound. Someone said that Usyk is the new pound for pound. He's the best heavyweight right now, but he's not better than Canelo. Canelo's resume is too Canelo's resume is just far superior than Usyk. But Usyk is he's probably top 3 pound for pound, top 3. I would say top 3 for sure. You know, you definitely gotta put in Canelo, Terrence Crawford. I say Canelo, Terrence Crawford, and Usyk right now. Canelo, Terrence Crawford, and Usyk. But yeah, I'm shocked, man. I'm definitely surprised, and I expect AJ to exercise the rematch clause. AJ looked defeated, looked tired. He was bloody. He was discombobulated. He basically could have got stopped inside 7 rounds because he kept getting popped by them hooks. The left hooks by Usyk was throwing his ass off. You know, so yeah, man. Like I said, I didn't expect that shit, man. You know, it was shocking to see Usyk come in there and dominate AJ like that. We've never seen AJ dominate like that before. You know, and don't think, if Wilder or Fury fights Joshua like that, no, you can't. Usyk has his style that's tailor-made to defeat AJ. Tyson Fury doesn't have it, and Wilder doesn't have it. So the only person that could do what they did to AJ was Usyk. Nobody in the heavyweight division can do what Usyk does. So don't talk about, oh well, he got exposed and now Wilder can knock him. No, Wilder can't knock out AJ. Tyson Fury will struggle against AJ. The only person that can do what he did against AJ is Usyk. All right. So don't y'all get that twisted about, yeah, man. Now AJ's exposed and he'll get knocked out. No, Usyk has a particular style that nobody in pretty much boxing has, especially in the heavyweight division, that can give AJ problems. Okay. So this guy is a freaking anomaly. He is somebody that's one of a kind. You know, this guy is something special, and I'm gonna give him his props. I'm gonna give him his flowers. I'm not gonna doubt him anymore. I doubted him. I'm not gonna doubt him anymore. When they have the rematch, I'm going for Usyk to win again. AJ has to. Man, I don't know. I don't see how he can win this rematch, man. I just don't see it. You know, nothing that AJ was doing was really bothering, except the body shots. I'm gonna take that back. The body shots were bothering Usyk. If he would have did the body shots earlier, I don't know if the fight would be different. But I would say the fight would be a little bit different if he established the body shot. And I kept saying it in the fucking screen. I said, yo, you need to jab to the body, go to the body more. Go to the body more and often. That's how you're gonna stop that goddamn movement. These movers, these guys that like to pivot and shit like that, like Usyk, and those guys like that, those Ukrainian fighters, you hit them to the body to slow those guys down so they can stop moving. That's what I was saying. That's what I was telling AJ over the screen. You need to establish a body attack. The first thing I was saying, body attack. But he kept doing that in spurts, and that wasn't really his game plan. But when he was doing that, it was bothering Usyk a lot. He does not like it to the body. So you need to go establish body shots to get this guy off. Feint to the body, jab to the body, just touch him up, is what I was saying. So, yeah, this was a complete domination of AJ. AJ got defeated by unanimous decision. I gave 3 rounds to AJ. And that was the earlier rounds, like rounds 3, 5, and 6. Everything else was a domination by Usyk. Everything else was a domination. So it was a clinic, man. It was a boxing clinic. AJ got completely outboxed, outworked. Footwork was superior. Stamina. And now that's the most surprising part about it, is that Usyk had better stamina than AJ. 34 years old, older than AJ, had, with all that movement he does, he was still able to have more stamina and more gas in the tank and have a second win than AJ. So like I said, I just give him major props for that. Major props. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, good question, Johnny Gripside. Yeah, so I think Usyk can beat Wilder. I don't know about Fury. Fury's too damn big. Fury is way too fucking big. You know, and that's the other thing. AJ is the taller and bigger man. He did not. That's another big mistake. He was trying to. He was basically trying to fight mid-range. You know what I'm saying? And he was trying to fight off the back foot and spurts, but fight mid-range. You can't fight mid-range with a guy that's smaller than you, that's quicker than you, right? With Usyk, you can't do that. So yeah, it's crazy, man. But yeah, I think Fury would beat Usyk, and I think Usyk would beat Wilder. So yeah, I just think Usyk is too small for Fury, way too small. So. Every time he landed, there was times where he hit him with a good body shot. Yeah, so yeah, good point, Devontae. So here's the thing. There's a lot of good things. You still gotta give AJ props. Because he's not ducking these guys. He's not ducking no competition. So when you fight top quality fights, let's say for example, if Wilder was fighting the level of competition that Anthony Joshua had. You think that he would be in a position right now? This guy will probably have 5 or 6 losses. Not probably, will have 5 or 6 losses if he was fighting guys like AJ. Right? In this short amount of time. Remember, AJ has 25, 26 fights in. He's been a pro for the last 8 years. Wilder, Fury have been pros longer. and look at the level of competition, right? So that's one thing about AJ. He ducks no smoke. He faced the top guys no matter what. So you got to give him props for that. He faced the top guys. When you face the top guys, yes, more than likely you will take a loss. Not even top guys, he'll face short notice random guys like Andy Ruiz Jr. and fight these guys, right? So yeah, man, it's you do have to give him credit for you do have to give Joshua credit for that.
Wow, big statement.
Definitely.
Earlier on, you talked about the
Let's see. Usyk will wreck Wilder and drop Fury. Wilder, the windmill is terrible. Who knows if we will ever get a unified champion? Yeah, man. So we won't see you won't see an undisputed champion anytime soon, unfortunately, in the heavyweight division. You know, you won't see that anytime soon. So I'm expecting AJ to exercise his rematch clause and fight Usyk again, right? I'm gonna say right now, I'm giving Usyk the edge to win in the second fight. However, it doesn't mean that AJ can't win, because he can, right? He can win. And when we saw he lose to Ruiz, when we saw he lost to Ruiz, he bounced back. So you cannot doubt Anthony Joshua. Now, when the rematch happened with Ruiz, I picked AJ to win the rematch. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm picking Usyk to win the rematch. But again, that doesn't mean AJ can't win, because he can. But I'm telling you that it's gonna be hard, right? It's gonna be hard. Like I said, what was successful in the fight with Usyk was the body shots. He needs to go to the body more and often. And don't fucking chase Usyk and fight mid-range. You can't fight range and you can't chase the guy like that. Make him come to you, right? And establish a body attack early. But you gotta mix and match too, right? Mix and match. But like I said, it's gonna be very, very hard. Very hard. This is a much different fight than Ruiz. Much different fight. Right? Because Ruiz, all he's known for is fast hands. He's not known for defense, not known for moving, defense, lateral movement. He's not known for none of that. The only thing you got to worry about with Ruiz is make sure he don't go on the inside and start throwing these goddamn hooks. Usyk has jabs, hooks, pivots, feints, right? I mean, high guard. He was going high guard, and AJ was trying to go between the guard. That happened a few times. He was successful splitting the guard a few times, but yeah, I just don't see him winning this rematch. But I'm not saying he can't. It's just going to be very hard. That's what I'm saying. Might be the worst coach. Listening to his corner advice between rounds, I couldn't believe what I was hearing. Yeah, very true. I don't know what the fuck he was talking about, man. You do what he was successful, man. Like, again, these guys that move around, you go to the fucking body. You need to establish a body attack. Why? I don't know why the fuck he wasn't doing that earlier, man. Every time, the few times that he hit Usyk with body shots, it bothered him. As a matter of fact, it bothered to the point where he thought it was a low blow, but it wasn't. I watched the replay. It wasn't a low blow. He was trying to complain to the ref, basically saying, listen, I don't want this guy to hit me to the body anymore. That's what Usyk was saying. It wasn't a low blow. It was right in the belt line. Right in the belt line. And so that's legal. The body shots were bothering Usyk. He should have did that more and often. He didn't do that. He was trying to play on his level. Right? So again, one thing about AJ, in the short amount of time he's been a pro and the amount of fights he has a great resume, win, lose, or draw. He's fighting the top guys. This guy right here, Usyk, is a fucking Hall of Famer. He's not only a Hall of Famer, he's a pound for pound boxer. He's a Hall of Famer too because he's a 2-time division unified champion, undisputed champion in cruiserweight, decorated amateur, and now a unified champion in heavyweight. Right? So if AJ beats this guy in the rematch, it's going to be monumental. But I'm picking Usyk to win the rematch. Right? So, and I'm also surprised that AJ didn't actually, because he didn't speak. This must have bothered him really bad. He didn't speak. When he lost to Ruiz, he stayed in the ring and gave him props. At least I didn't see it. I don't know if you guys saw it. Did you guys see AJ speak at all or do an interview? Because I didn't see him do no interview after the loss. So this must have bothered him really bad. Because not only did AJ look hurt, he looked fucking tired, like exhausted, like, oh my God, I can't wait till this fight is over type shit. That's how much it bothered AJ. That movement, man, is, again, man, these guys who move a lot go to the body to slow them down. You know?
Anthony Joshua personally, how does he deal with tonight?
Goes back and he evaluates the game. And he sits with
who walks around 3 to 4 stones lighter naturally. Well, listen, it's not about how much, it's not about size, it's about skill. You know, clearly, Usyk is a superior boxer. His skills are on another level. So clearly, Usyk is the better boxer. Period.
You kind of hoped for a different, or you did hope for a different. If we're honest, we hoped for a different result.
Vice Joshua is the bigger guy and the more power guy. He should be. Well, again, it's about skills, man. It's not about who's bigger or whatever. Skills pay the bills, and Usyk has better skills than AJ, unfortunately. And I thought so too. I was like, yo, I said coming to this fight, yeah, Usyk is too small. He can't hurt AJ. That's the first thing I said. I said Usyk is too small. He can't hurt AJ. You know, AJ's too big. Eventually, you know, AJ will find his rhythm and stop. I picked AJ to stop Usyk inside 10 rounds. That's what I picked. I was definitely wrong. And you know, I'm sorry I didn't do a video on it, but that's what I was basically saying. Leading up to the fight, I said AJ will stop Usyk inside 10 rounds. Is what I said. Of course, I was wrong. So Usyk is a better boxer than Fury, but Fury will beat him by using his brain and his size. Okay, so yeah, I agree with you there because Fury is just way too goddamn big. You know that you can't avoid that. Fury knows how to use his height and reach. He knows how to use his height and reach, right? And so it'll be. Let me tell you something, man. Usyk and Fury. I would say it would be like what Usyk did to AJ, except Fury would do what Usyk did to AJ because of his size. I think Fury would completely dominate Usyk because he's too damn small. He wouldn't allow him to go on the inside, throw these damn jabs, throw these goddamn hooks and stuff like that. Fury knows how to attack to the body like he did with AJ. I think he was do that. I think he would. Man, it'll be a clinic. I believe it'll be a dominant clinic if they ever fight. So, but yeah, man. You know, here's the thing. I know Wilder, and I know all these guys in the heavyweight division are gonna talk their shit. Oh, I told you, AJ was a loser. He's nothing. You know, I know they're gonna say that. AJ's gonna stay quiet like he did with the Ruiz fight. Stay quiet. You know, work on his game, get motivated, and rematch the guy. And he would think he won. He would think he would try to win. It's gonna be a hard thing to do because again, you ain't fought a guy like this before in your life, and his skills is just through the roof. You know, Usyk's skills is through the roof. So it's gonna be hard for AJ to win this rematch. And I'm not saying he can't win, but it's going to be very hard. And I'm picking Usyk to win the rematch. You know, bottom line. So Fury has a lot of speed for a big dude. Yeah. The thing about Fury is that, you know, his size is massive. And so let me talk about the Wilder versus Fury fight. Right? Let me talk about this real quick. So of course I'm picking Fury to win. In quicker fashion too. I have him stopping Wilder inside 3 rounds. But here's the thing about Fury. He's a very dynamic fighter because he knows how to use his size. He knows how to use his size. It's probably the only heavyweight boxer that knows how to use his high size to his advantage, right? And so Wilder's team, Malik Scott and these guys, and all these, you know, Wilder has so many goddamn coaches and stuff like that. But their plan is to work the body. If you see him doing his pad work and stuff like that, they're trying to make him throw combinations and hooks to the body. It's not going to work because you leave yourself open to counters. And Fury is a great counter puncher. So, and you know, Wilder's not known for defense. Everybody knows Wilder's not a defensive fighter. He's a guy that likes to throw a right hand. That's all he does. Throws a fucking right hand. Throwing these combinations to the body is stupid because you're going to get countered and clipped. So, you know, that game plan is so stupid, man. The only person that could probably get away with doing the same game plan as Wilder, where, you know, trying to work the body, throw these hooks to the body and stuff like that, is the guy who lost, AJ. He's the only guy that can give problems to Fury by doing a body attack, right? Because styles make fights. But yeah, the game plan by Wilder is fucking stupid. You should just go by what he knows, which is throw the fucking right hand and hope he knocks him out. These combinations and body shots is stupid because you leave yourself wide open. And you see every time he throws a hook, you see his head is freaking exposed. His right hand is down. His lead hand is down. He's going to get countered and clipped. So it's like I said, it's beyond stupid. I feel like Tyson Fury is the Lennox Lewis of our generation in terms of level. Everyone else just falls by the wayside. I don't know about Lennox. I see what you're saying. I don't know about Lennox Lewis though. Johnny Fury knocks out at 6 rounds. His punch accuracy and his counter punching ability is so many levels above AJ. Said Johnny. Okay, that's a troll comment. That's hilarious. Johnny Fury is trying to fight. Who's he trying to fight? I forget, but yeah, that's a funny comment though. Let's see what else. Yeah, the world is shocked. AJ lost for a second time. Yeah, everybody's shocked, man. And Usyk is I wonder what Ruiz has to say about that. Well, I mean, Ruiz can't really say much because Ruiz looked terrible his last fight with Chris Arreola. He looked terrible. He got dropped and barely won that fight. So he didn't make himself look like a top tier heavyweight in that fight. But everybody and their mama's gonna have a lot to say about this fight. A lot to say. All the guys who pick AJ, like myself, are eating crow, and all we have to do is basically give Usyk his props because everybody's shocked. Everybody's shocked. This is a different kind of shock than when Andy Ruiz beat AJ the first. This is a different kind because we didn't expect somebody to outbox AJ for 12 rounds. Nobody saw this coming. Somebody going to outbox and completely dominate AJ 12 rounds. And, you know, I would say this, right? It's more humiliating to be outboxed and dominated 12 rounds than to be knocked out within whatever, 6 rounds or whatever. Right? 6, 8, whatever. I forgot how many rounds it took Ruiz to knock out AJ. But my point is that when you get dominated from round 1 to 12 and outboxed, that's more humiliating than getting knocked out. Point blank and simple. It's more humiliating. So, yeah, man, it's crazy. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people have a lot to say about this. I'll be watching all the interviews, post-fight interviews from these guys, all these boxing pundits, and seeing what they got to say, especially these guys in the UK. They're going to have a lot to say, man. A lot to say. So, but yeah, I just wanted to quickly jump on my live real quick and give you guys my real-time reaction to this. Anthony Joshua loses by unanimous decision to Oleksandr Usyk, who becomes a two-time unified champion in 2 different weight classes, cruiserweight and heavyweight. All right. Well, I would say undisputed in cruiserweight and unified in heavyweight. You might as well say undisputed because WBC, they're never going to fight. They're never going to unify those titles. So basically, he has the majority of the belts in the heavyweight division. And you got to give Usyk his props. Usyk is a pound for pound fighter. He's top 3 pound for pound in my estimation. He's right behind Canelo and Terrence Crawford. And yeah, I'm not down him again. Not down him again, man. So, do I think AJ needs new trainers? AJ has a lot of trainers too, man. He has a lot of trainers. Like AJ, man, it's a really hard question for me to answer right now, right? Because it's a combination of a lot of things. It's a combination of the fights he picks, his style. It's a whole lot that comes into this. So I can't really answer that question. Do we need to change his coach? You know, he does have a lot of coaches though. He has an assistant coach. I forgot his name that came in to help out. So yeah, but that's a good question, man. Good question. Let me see what else. All right, guys, I'm gonna get off of here, man, and watch these post-fight interviews. Appreciate you guys joining the live. Stay tuned for I'm gonna break down. I'm gonna do another video breaking down this fight. Give you guys my thoughts and tell you why AJ lost and how he lost. But yeah, stay tuned for that, family. Till next time, signing out. Peace.